Hello, ladies and gentlemen. This is DMS11. Today's topic I would like to talk about is credit freeze. What is a credit freeze, you may ask? A credit freeze is when you initiate within the three reporting credit bureaus, Experian, Equifax, and TransUnion, a hold in which that your credit file is inaccessible. I believe that is a good idea because it prevents one from, if someone was to get hold of your information, i.e. your name, social security number, and vital important information which they could use to open up a line of credit, they wouldn't be able to do this. Credit free is not known by most people because it is not a product in which a company is making a lot of money off. For example, in a few states, a credit freeze is free, and in other states, it costs a nominal fee for when you deactivate it or probably upon initiation. I know that Indiana is free, and Illinois it costs I think about $7, give or take a dollar, whatever, every time you initiate credit freeze, as far as when you have to thaw it, or when you initiate it, when you set it up for that first. But anyway, let me explain what a credit freeze is. Alright. When you go to open up a line of credit, okay, they will review whatever the company is you solicited credit from. They're going to review your credit history and everything. Based off, the accounts you've had, balances owed, all that, vital information that's found in your credit report. Alright. What a credit freeze does is it prevents access to your credit files, so that one cannot look up your credit, that one cannot solicit credit based on your credit files. Now, like I said previously, many people do not know about this because it's not a product that companies make a lot of money off, i.e. LifeLock. The credit monitoring service which tells you, let's say for example, DMS11, that's me, will get your information. I decide, I want to get a new RV trailer, but I don't want to pay for it in my name. And I have your information, and I go to the RV dealer and use your information, your social security and all that, and have them believing that I am you. Well, credit freeze prevents this because what happens is once you have your credit files on lockdown, i.e. credit freeze, you can't get new credit because access to your credit is temporarily halted. As long as the freeze is in place, it's halted. Meaning, I go to this RV place, I have your information, they can't get it. They're going to say, Mr. Brown, let's say I have somebody, last name Brown's information. We're having problems verifying your credit because your credit is frozen. You have to thaw it. So I think everybody should get a credit freeze because there's too much credit fraud going around where someone has, sometimes, people's computers or companies' computers are compromised and information is floating around where they may have your name, my name, social security number. Okay? Credit freeze is vital. Okay? You're not going to be charged a monthly monitoring fee for this. The only time you have to pay some money is, like I said, it's a nominal amount, maybe between $7 and $10, depending on the state you reside in, is, I believe, when you initiate the credit freeze and when you thaw. Now, you're not going to be thawing it every month. If you thaw your credit every month, something's wrong with you because that means you're looking up credit every month and you need these specs. I'm just kidding, but you're not going to do that. The average person is not going to do that. You are going to have to thaw your credit when you solicit more credit, so that whoever you're soliciting credit with, they can run your files and find out your credit worthiness. And then you have to temporarily thaw your credit so they can run it. Then after they've run and you've been approved, whatever, freeze it right back up. But like I said, you do not pay a monthly fee on this. Like I said, state of Indiana is free. Illinois is, I think, about $7 every time you initiate something, and you should be initiating every month. So it's not like you're paying this $7 or $10, whatever the fee is based on the state you reside in, every month. But I think it's absolutely vital that people at least look into a credit freeze, because it's running rampant, this credit fraud, with you have your information and they would love to buy big ticket items in your name, not theirs, in your name. So, and like I said, many people do not know about this because it is not being advertised, because it's not a company making money like LifeLock, okay, making money, with monthly fees, for months. Okay, the only reason I know about this is because I used to watch financial advisor shows, i.e. Clark Howard, Susie Orman. But I think it's vital that everybody does that to protect their good credit, especially for those y'all got good credit. You want to keep it, because you don't want to find out. One thing I do not like about LifeLock and some other credit monitoring services, yeah, they may alert you to the fact that you've been compromised, but I've already got that RV trailer in your name when they have alert you. When you have your credit frozen, I couldn't get there. I would probably get arrested at that RV trailer dealer because I can't thaw my credit and I'm persistently saying, oh, run this in Mr. Brown's name. So I think everyone should look into the credit freeze. Like I said, there's a fee based on the state you live in. I know the state of Indiana is free, but everybody should look into it. Not that many people know about it because they're not going to advertise it, because the company's not making big money off of this. But also, in addition to that, I think that in certain states, if your credit has been compromised and you show the police report, that you report that the other, I think you are totally allowed to use this service for free for initiating the credit freeze, and then anytime you have to thaw. If your credit has been compromised and you supply the necessary documentation, reports, and everything. So let that be known as well. But for the most part, I think most states charge a nominal fee every time you initiate thawing your credit, or I think that also when you initiate setting up the credit freeze. When you set up the credit freeze, you have to do with all three reporting bureaus: Equifax, Experian, TransUnion. Now, when you go to solicit credit, a lot of times the company you're going to, they may not use all three of the credit reporting bureaus. I found out they tend to use maybe just one. They may have their favorites. They may prefer Equifax or TransUnion. But what you might want to do is, before you solicit credit, you might want to call this particular company that you're going to solicit credit from and find out which bureau do they deal with. If they say Equifax, then you should just thaw your credit on Equifax. And then once you approve, freeze it right back up. But ladies and gentlemen, look into the credit freeze, especially if you have good credit and you do not want to wake up one day and find out that I bought an RV in your name because I was being an ass and didn't want to. Well, not me. I'm not going to do it. I'm just saying a person who's not like me, the unsavory people who, just want to get over all the time in life. So look into a credit freeze so that you won't get surprised, find out, someone bought a motorcycle in your name, because it may be sometimes they don't catch the LifeLock or whatever, or if you don't have anything, they might catch in time until all of a sudden you get these notices. You're not paying this bill on this motorcycle. You're not paying this bill on this boat or this RV or whatever. So, ladies and gentlemen, look into a credit freeze. Any comments or suggestions? I do not know everything. I would like to have a interchange of information, but this is something I found to be very valuable, and I think a lot of people do not know about it. That's why I'm bringing it up. Credit freeze. Check it out. I'm not just saying just go and do it. Investigate what I'm talking about. If you find discrepancies, let me know. But I found it to be very helpful. But like I said, remember, once you have your credit frozen with the three bureaus, if you solicit more credit, you have to thaw the appropriate bureau in which the company is going to investigate your credit. Usually it's not all three. They usually have a favor, like I said previously. They usually have a favorite. So find out. Also, a credit freeze does not prevent reporting on your credit if you don't make your payments. So don't think it's just gonna be like, oh, I got credit freeze, I cannot pay it, it's not gonna happen. Wrong, wrong, wrong. Still make your payments on your account, still mortgage, whatever. It's not do that. All the credit freeze does is temporary restricts one from accessing your credit to help prevent that someone opens up credit in your name, unless you thought you're in control of when you thought, how long you thought, but just check with the fees associated. But once again, you should be thawing your credit every month, so you're not going to be paying a monthly fee. So whatever the fee you pay is worth it. You got to be thawing it every month. You thawing it every month, something wrong with you. I'm not trying to talk about you, but something wrong with you. Leave it alone. Let it stay frozen. Use it, thaw it as necessary when you need to solicit a mortgage or new line of credit. But you shouldn't be doing that every month. Hello. So anyway, this is DMS 11. I hope it helps, and I wish you a very happy financial life out there. Get smart, people.